and today you join me inside the Lexus. So the Lexus has adequate power delivery, especially when joining and merging onto motorways and things like that. Put your foot down and a 3.5 litre comes to life. You briefly hear the power come through and the engine activate, but once it settles down everything goes quiet again. The power goes through the CVT transmission, which a lot of people don't seem to like, but I've never actually experienced a modern one that causes any issues. They said the revs go nice and quiet, especially if you're in eco or comfort mode, or normal mode as Lexus call it, sorry. So I'm just currently crossing the Erskine Bridge, and the car is so supple and smooth, as if you're feeling a couple of bumps when you're going over like an expansion joint. However, I love the fact, well, most people love the fact about these SUVs is that they are very absorbent on the road and absorbing all the big potholes, and this Lexus is no exception. The RX comes with loads of gadgets, and the F Sport trim is the kind of middle trim below the Takumi that adds even more gadgets. So we've got things in this car such as the blind spot monitoring, we've got heated steering wheel, we've got heated and cooled seats, wireless charging. We've also got auto holds for when you put the parking brake on, and then it's got an electronic parking brake, so we have a set of lights that holds the car for you. We've got things such as adaptive cruise control and lane departure warning, and we've also got modern touches such as the Apple CarPlay that have integrated into the 2020 models. So the infotainment is controlled by using this touchpad. It's also touchscreen now, so you can have it full widescreen. You can touch your shortcuts down here with your hard key buttons. So in the centre of this RX, you've got two cup holders. You can push that down and at touch of a button push it up depending on the size of your drink. That's quite a nice feature, and they've got little grips there to hold the things in place. I quite like the fact that Lexus have thought of things such as places to put your phone, so you've got storage there. You've also got storage underneath that's got wireless charging. You slide that under and there's a little button at the side you can tap to turn that on and off, and the phone will charge up. And if you have a look at the tread plate, we've got little L's, same as the boot lining, to mimic the signature daytime running lights, and the L shape for Lexus. And again, you've got the Lexus pattern in the carpet that I absolutely love. You get this in every model if you've got your CT, your IS, etc. In the F Sport you get the metal plated dead pedal, your brake and the accelerator. So when you're in the back of the RX you've got plenty of headroom, knee room, and thanks to the flat floor you could also get a third person in the middle here with no bother. However, the outer two seats do get heated seats at a touch of a button. And we've also got some blinds as well in the F Sport, which can be raised and lowered at a simple touch of a clip, which is handy especially if you're going to be carrying small children. And materials throughout, it's got the Mark Levinson sound system, so we've got the speakers and tweeters in the back, and we've got a nice blend of plastic and aluminium along with the leather all in the back door panels. And a good view of the front cabin. Up above, all the lights are touch sensitive and they're all mostly LED. We've got an automatic tailgate that can be opened with the touch of a button on the key fob. You can swing your foot under it, or you can equally just go up and lift it up with underneath as you traditionally would with a manual one. One feature I'm really impressed with is the folding seats in the rear. At a touch of a button you can fold the seats down, and then another touch of a button to come back up. I'd imagine that'd be really handy, especially if you're doing dump runs or you're going to a big Swedish shop for wardrobes or furniture. So one cool thing is, while you're in the boot of the car, you can raise and lower the seats at a touch of a button, and they'll do their thing and slowly go down. And then once they're down, I've got a fairly flat load floor. As you can see, you can remove this rubber casing and you've got a relatively flat floor, but however this protects the carpet, so we're going to keep that in place. And at a touch of a button you can raise the seats again by simply touching one touch button.
touch of a button, you can simply close the boot. And voila.
So in conclusion, the Lexus RX is a large, comfortable hybrid SUV. Currently there's not too many hybrids on the roads, especially in this segment. You've got things such as the plug-in hybrid from BMW and the X5 and the Volvo. And you've also got the plug-in hybrid from the Range Rover and the Range Rover Sport. However, this isn't a plug-in, you just put your petrol in and go. And that's, I think it's quite impressive that the fact this car's managed to reach 35 miles per gallon, being a 3.5 litre V6 and the size of the car and its petrol. You would expect mid-30s in the miles per gallon on a diesel equivalent, like a 3 litre diesel. It's going to be a Land Rover or a Audi, for example. If you're looking for the most dynamic and engaging drive, this Lexus probably isn't for you, but if you're looking for a car filled with tech, safety and a nice luxurious ride, you can go in and just drive and do your commute, pick the kids up from school, go to the shops. You've got all the cameras and the gadgets, as I said, with this car to make you feel comfortable to drive the sides of the car on the road, as well as knowing you're safe. It's probably one to shortlist and have a look at. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Ciao!